Hello and welcome back to the channel, it's Lunaz here, and today we'll be continuing the Rimworld run. So last episode we did a lot of mining work, I believe, heading to a whole bunch of different maps. And we also went to a area with an abandoned complex. It didn't provide as good a loot as I was expecting, so we probably won't go back to another one. The normal complexes seem to be a lot better for loot, so I'm gonna check if there's one on this map. I can't remember if I looked before. It doesn't look like there is, unfortunately. But yeah, we are mostly here to gather fuel. I think we're just about done with this map. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were some rare resources up this way, and they've been mined, so I'm pretty sure we're just waiting on the steel now. But we are getting there in terms of what we want done. Lane is working on a sniper rifle, and Tree is continuing to make bionics. The crafting is taking a little longer than I would have liked. We could have Jimenez join, as they're not doing all that much, but I'm not really sure what they can do. We need them at least level 8 to help with components. And it helps that they're industrious, actually. I might... I have 1.4k cloth. We could have them just make some clothes. Yeah, we can just have them make clothes out of the levers we're not using. And then this will train them up to level 8 hopefully. And then we can get them helping with components and bionics, as they don't require skill, other than the skill specific requirement to craft them. But like, it won't have any like problems with quality or anything like that. And then Lane and Tree are gonna be freed up to specifically work on guns and armor. Alright, the steel has been hauled aboard. Let's have a look at the world and see what we want to do. Oh yeah, we have the trio of plasteel to get. And then we are in range of this as well. I think 2.5k, 1.3k chem fuel. How's our storage? We do still have space. I'm gonna chuck in a couple more shelves where it's not gonna be annoying. And then we can potentially get some more storage, and then gather more chem fuel and wood, and then we can go to all of the plasteel areas before heading to the grav core. I've removed Jimenez from the hunting job, and they've already gained about half of their level, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long to have them reach level 8. Lane has finished the sniper rifle and begun work on a marine helmet. The sniper rifle, I have no idea where it's being placed though. Oh, over here. It is only a good quality. He seems to be struggling to get excellent quality sniper rifles, actually. So, Kit and Sam may end up actually having charge rifles instead when we get around to making those. Lane has made a Masterwork Marine helmet, and we will forbid that for the time being. Jimenez has reached the required level, and I have come up with a plan to make use of that as quick as possible. We are gonna begin manufacturing graphite panels again, and we're gonna make another workshop here to try and gear us up for making weapons and bionics as quickly as possible. And we're gonna head to the furthest one first. That's definitely more than 200 though. And then there was uranium here. This map has a fair few components, which is good. We'll mine those first, and then we'll look into getting some more steel maybe. We have gone for a lot of components like I said we would. We've gone from like 230 to like under 170. I'm gonna set up a dumping stockpile as well to get rid of some of these chunks, as they're too close to where I want to build. Alright, just a couple more from the south. And then we are done. I think Jensen did take a bit of friendly fire, but it's nothing that will put him in danger. Alright, we're getting graphite panels fairly fast. While Tree and Jimenez work on that, I'm gonna have Lane make some, what are they called? Shield bolts. Celeste gets a food binge, and we find another plasteel deposit. There is an aurora as well. Seems most of the mining work is finished except the uranium, and we're hauling a lot of the resources on board now. Lane finishes up the first chill belt, but it is a good quality, I'm afraid, so it probably won't go to much use. A war merchant arrives, and we'll have Neos trade with them. They do have a fairly decent supply of herbal medicine, so we'll buy that. And then we'll sell the obsidian gladius and some of our weaker weapons. Okay, we have made a decent amount of gravelite panels, so we can look into getting this new workshop. We are getting close to the limit, but we'll definitely have enough for the workshop, as well as hopefully a conjoining room, which will act as a new place to store our weapons and armor. I'm also considering putting up a material storage in this area as well, so we have a better read on how much we have at once. Lane seems to have finished making the shield belts, and I had ordered that excellent quality shield belts be hauled to here, which means he didn't manage to make a single one. So we are probably gonna have him make some more at some point. The material storage has been finished and is being loaded up now. This should hopefully prevent a lot less time being lost to hauling resources across the ship. Yet another plasteel deposit is discovered, and with this we can be assured that our plasteel needs are basically gonna be forever met now. The copious amount of uranium we've also been finding is very good news, and we should be able to manufacture turrets to our liking from this point onwards. I am going to work on the last room though. A party does occur, and will allow the colonists to do that. We'll wake up the others so they can take part. Never mind. The party ends really early, so not many of them will feel the effects. The flooring has been finished, and we have a few more tiles we can use. Strick gets a inspiration, and we can now work on filling this all in. Actually, considering this is an important area, I'm going to build it from uranium, and then we'll need to get the new area lit and a storage set up in here, which I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna store all of the marine armor in here. We are out of meat, so we're gonna hunt for some of the nearby animals, mostly the easier to kill ones. A defoliator falls with a stupid amount of minotaurs, 150 of them. I'm probably gonna ignore it, as it's not gonna reach the ship, and it will take way too long. Crafter is gonna go to death rest. And I'm going to have a third fabrication bench installed, as well as another machining table. And the electric smithy is going to be moved as well. And then to speed up all of these workstations, we'll put in some tool cabinets. Jesus. In the time we've been here alone, we've had another 3 plasteel deposits show up very close. We're gonna go up here for the time being, as they're all close to each other. Other than a small amount of components and gold and some uranium, there are no other resources other than the plasteel that we came for. Okay, with the crafting situation hopefully sped up considerably, we can now consider sorting out the ship's defense, which has been a fairly big issue for a long time. I'm going to move the steel slab chunk, and we are going to look at increasing the strength of this area. Some cargo pods land, and we will have a look at those. It is just baby food, so we'll leave it. We're able to easily produce that. The first of the turrets will go down, and we will have how is the range? So we can't have a gap. Without compromising the barricades. That's fine. And then we can fit one more turret here. Celeste gets a taming inspiration. And I decide to increase the number of bionics we're holding at once across all of the workstations. The door is given a decent amount more defense with some additional turrets, and with them being slightly further back, they should be able to do a lot better job of stopping the enemies that push through the shield. It will also be possible for us to defend them by having some colonists man the sides of the door. We are getting very low on gravlight panels that are available now, and there is one issue left that we need to resolve. The power is now negative, I believe, whenever the sun lamp turns on. So we need to rearrange this outer part to place another chem fuel generator. We have 6 tiles left. So if we do that, and then remove the foundation here and move it to here, and then we should be able to place 2 more. And as they'll be outside, they shouldn't affect the ship's indoor temperature. Okay, the tiles have been put in place, and we can now place the new generators. And I'm also going to place a wall here, just to strengthen the wall in case this part ever gets pushed into. Additionally, I think it is time to coat the entirety of the ship's exterior in uranium, just because we can probably afford to now. So I'm gonna work on getting that done along the back wall. And we'll do it in large chunks where we can. The back wall will be done first, and then the south wall will be done next. We have already coated decent amounts, with the new crafting area covering quite a lot of the section that is being worked upon. Okay, the generators have been built, and the last of the new section of the wall is being made. The quest, the Loyal Cougars, has been offered to us, and we need to draw in a pack of 100 manhunting cougars. I actually would like to take this quest, and I'm probably gonna go for the middle reward. I am gonna wait just a little bit longer to get these walls reinforced, especially around this area, as I don't want them being able to push in. Frob and Emily have trapped themselves, so we're gonna allow them to get out. And then we're gonna work on making sure that this entire corridor area is reinforced as well. And this should hopefully prevent them from being able to break in from areas around the door, especially if the turrets go down. Actually, speaking of which, considering I don't want them to get knocked out immediately after building them, I'm gonna have them turned off, so they won't be targeted then. Bionic manufacturing is going well. Lane is managing to keep up with the bionics by himself, and Gymnez and Tree are giving their all to produce the advanced components. They are keeping up with how quickly Lane is using them for the time being. So hopefully we should be able to see a decent output. We should probably look into getting Tree and Crafter some bionic arms of their own though, as soon as possible. In fact, they should have even more priority than our melee combatants. The Loyal Cougars quest will end within a 23-hour period, so I'm gonna have Grey equip the marine armor. What's happening? Force target? I'll force where? Right, that is 3 people in marine armor. I would have liked to get Sienna and Kira some experience here, but Cougars can hit hard, and I don't want them dying before they can be guaranteed to survive at least one battle. I might have them step in on the sides, like just for a bit, and as soon as they get injured, pull them back. But we should have plenty of firepower to stop them getting too injured. If possible, I may leave Lane to work on bionics while everyone else fights. Right, it's about time we accept this quest though. Another plasteel chunk has been found. They're being found so often now that I'm not even gonna mention it, as we're finding one nearly every 2 or 3 days. And considering we are on one and we have 4 around us now and 3 down here, our plasteel worries are basically over. I think I will continue to leave it open. Actually, no. I think I'm gonna switch to components just in case we need to head over there. But we should be fine. The cougars have arrived, and they've arrived from the exact direction I wanted. There are no melee weapons for our trainees, so we will just have them wait here. Lane can go to bed though, because we need him working. Right, Grey is the most tanky, so they can take the front, and then Crafter and Bowman are going to be the damage dealers. Okay, we end up killing all of the cougars without too much of an issue. Grey is the only person that's injured at all, and not very badly, to be honest. We are probably going to end up getting a couple of people get lung rot, just because of the sheer amount of corpses there are. And we will have to do some cleanup. I'm unsure why, but Comissa's been moved up here, and some prisoner rooms have been changed. So we're gonna try and resolve that. And then I'm also gonna move the stockpile a bit closer and get the home area cleared on that so colonists don't clean it. Right, we are gonna get... Emily does get lung rot. Camissa has got lung rot as well. Kitsune has got lung rot. We're probably gonna have every single colonist get lung rot. There's just too many. I am gonna have people micromanage trying to get the cougars out of the ship. But we'll see how things go. Sienna, don't go to bed yet, please. Throb gets lung rot as well. Kira gets lung rot. Oh, Jesus. Just hold. Right. More people get lung rot. The transport pods have arrived. And we have located a component stash. We are just trying to get, the cougars off of the ship, and then we're just gonna leave. Yeah, I think about 10 people have got lung rot so far, maybe more. And we're gonna have people start working on the plasteel, so we can just leave. We are gonna go for a fair bit of medicine, but we have plenty of Nutrimine and herbal medicine now. Right, I hadn't actually noticed either, but our pemmican stores have gone from 3k down to about 600. Because we ran out of meat and won the hunting, really. So, those cougars will hopefully boost it up by quite a bit. Right, the bodies have been hauled away. We just need to work on hauling in the plasteel. There are a couple of fresh cougars left though. And we get another lung rot. I don't think anyone will be in danger from it though. Right, Jimenez. Jimenez has Industrious, whereas Tree doesn't. Where even is Tree? Yeah, so we're gonna have Jimenez prioritized for bionics. We're gonna get both of them installed together, the left and the right. And then he'll hopefully increase the speed at which we're crafting by a considerable amount. Right, Deadlift and Celeste are beginning their marriage. And we will need another double bed so we can put them together. And this should hopefully stop Celeste's mental breaks, as she was one of the only colonists to continue getting mental breaks after the new upgrades to the ship. And Jimenez's operation is successful. Bro, you aren't going to sleep until you get this. Bro, piss off, man. Right, Lips does manage to make a masterwork bed, finally. So we can get that installed once we have some people ready. This room isn't lit for some reason, so we're gonna get that lit. And then we have a guarding quest. Nine prisoners is way too many. If that had been like 2 to 4 maybe, but 9 is too much. We can't even house all of them. Let alone feed them. Right, Celeste. And Deadlift. And then that should hopefully mean everyone's sleeping in beds again. The turrets need to be turned back on. That's him dealt with. And then we're just waiting on the resources to be hauled, and then we can leave. Right, you're just about recovered, so we can get these bionics now. Actually, do we even have them available? I don't want to put her under for one, and we only have, like one of them. We have 3 arms. Okay, that's fine. Bionic arm left, bionic arm right. To be honest, I think I'm going to install a leg as well, because that peg leg is slowing her down. We are ready to leave. Components are falling fairly quickly, so we're probably gonna go to the component vein next. And then we'll look into the plasteel. And it is where I want. Right, we're gonna set up some hunting straight away. There is a ruin close by. I don't expect it to have much, so we probably won't explore it. But we're gonna look to fill up the freezer while we're here. And also make sure we have plenty of reserves for fuel. But this will probably be something we work on next episode, as I have been having this run on for quite a long time, much longer than normal. So I apologize if the episode length is a bit long, but we will be ending here now. So thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the series so far, please consider liking the episode and subscribing to the channel. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.